You're watching NewsView. And now, from Champaign-Urbana, Illinois, it's NewsView.
Hello and welcome to NewsView. I'm Michael Badger. Tonight we'll start with a story from Washington and from the New York Times in New York City by Charlie Savage and Edward Wyatt. They say the Obama administration is secretly carrying out a domestic surveillance program under which is collecting business communications records involving Americans under a hotly debated section of the Patriot Act, according to a highly classified court order disclosed on Wednesday night. The order, signed by Judge Roger Vinson of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court in April, directs a Verizon Communications subsidiary, Verizon Business Network Services, to turn over, quote, an ongoing daily basis things to the National Security Agency, all call logs, quote, between the United States and abroad, unquote, or, quote, wholly within the United States, including local telephone calls, unquote. The order does not apply to the content of the communications. Verizon Business Network Services is one of the nation's largest telecommunications and internet providers for corporations. It is not clear whether similar orders have gone to other parts of Verizon, like its residential or cell phone services, or to other telecommunications carriers. The order prohibits its recipient from disclosing its existence, discussing its existence, and representatives of both Verizon and AT&T declined to comment Wednesday evening. The four-page order was disclosed Wednesday evening by the newspaper The Guardian. Obama administration officials at the FBI and the White House also declined to comment on it Wednesday evening, but did not deny the report, and a person familiar with the order confirmed its authenticity. Quote, "We respond as soon as we can," unquote, said Marcy Green Miller, a national security spokeswoman, in an email. The order was sought by Federal Bureau of Investigations under a section of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, the 1978 law that regulates domestic surveillance for national security purposes. That also allows the government to secretly obtain, quote-unquote, tangible things like a business's customer records. The provision was expanded by Section 215 of the Patriot Act, which Congress enacted after the 9/11 terrorist attacks in 2001. The order was marked, quote, top secret, SI, no foreign, unquote, referring to the communications-related intelligence information that may not be released to non-citizens. That would make it among the most closely held secrets in the federal government, and its disclosure comes amid a furor over the Obama administration's aggressive tactics in its investigations of leaks. The collection of call logs is set to expire in July unless the court extends it. The collection of communications logs, or calling metadata, quote-unquote, is believed to be a major component of the Bush administration's program of surveillance that took place without court orders. The newly disclosed order raised the question of whether the government continued that type of information collection by bringing it under the Patriot Act. The disclosure late Wednesday seemed likely to inspire further controversy over the scope of government surveillance. Kate Martin of the Center for National Security Studies, a civil liberties advocacy group, said that, quote, absent some explanation I haven't thought of, this looks like the largest assault on the privacy since the NSA wiretapped Americans in clear violation of the law under the Bush administration. Quote, on what possible basis has the government refused to tell us that it believes that the law authorizes this kind of requests, unquote, she said. For several years, two Democrats on the Senate Intelligence Committee, Senator Ron Wyden of Oregon and Senator Mark Udall of Colorado, have been cryptically warning that the government was interpreting its surveillance powers under the section of the Patriot Act in a way that would be alarming to the public if it knew about it. Quote, we believe, where was I? Quote, we believe most Americans would be stunned to learn the details of how these secret court opinions have interpreted Section 215 of the Patriot Act, unquote, they wrote last year in a letter to Attorney General Eric H. Holder, Jr. They added, quote, as we see it, there is now a significant gap between what most Americans think that the law allows and what government secretly claims the law allows. This is a problem because it is impossible to have an informed public debate about what the law should say when the public doesn't know what its government thinks the law says, unquote. The spokesman for Senator Wyden did not respond Wednesday to a request for comment on the Verizon order. The senators were angry because the Obama administration described Section 215 orders as being similar to a grand jury subpoena for obtaining business records, like a suspect's hotel or credit card records, in the course of an ordinary criminal investigation. The senators said that the secret interpretation of the law was nothing like that. Section 215 of the Patriot Act made it easier to get an order from the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court to obtain business records so long as they were merely deemed relevant, quote unquote, to a national security investigation. The Justice Department has denied being misleading about the Patriot Act. Department officials have acknowledged since 2009 that a secret, sensitive intelligence program is based on the law, and they have insisted that their statements about the matter have been accurate. The New York Times filed a Freedom of Information Act lawsuit in 2011 for a report describing the government's interpretation of its surveillance powers under the Patriot Act. But the Obama administration withheld the report, and a judge dismissed the case. And to the next story, which comes to us by way of WCIA.com from the people at WCIA TV Channel 3 a CBS affiliate located in Champaign, Illinois. Authorities warned counterfeit bills are circulating in the Champaign area. Dateline Champaign. Police are warning people to be on the lookout for counterfeit money. Several area businesses, most along North Prospect, report having been given the bills as payment for purchases. Other accounts involve suspects using counterfeit bills to pay for pizza deliveries or at fast food restaurants, and even large sums have been distributed or tossed into crowds of people. The denominations have ranged from $1 to $100 bills. Police say you should be cautious if anyone wants to pass along money to you, asks for bills to be traded, or requests change. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers. You can remain anonymous and may earn a cash reward. If you know anything about the counterfeit money in Champaign, Illinois, you can call Champaign County Crime Stoppers anonymously at area code 217-373-TIPS, that's 373-TIPS, or you can go to 373tips.com, that's 373tips.com, or text CC-TIP plus the info to CRIMES, which is crimes, and also 274637. CC-TIP plus the information to 274637. The phone number again is 373-TIPS. And also from Channel 3 in Champaign, Illinois, Champaign County Dateline, veterans are getting relief from the state. The Housing Authority of Champaign County received over $100,000 to help homeless veterans. The money from the Department of Housing and Urban Development is meant to provide rental assistance to homeless veterans. It's the first round of grants awarded this year, but more are expected to be announced this summer. And from WEEK TV 25 in Peoria, Illinois, in East Peoria, they say Dateline Central Illinois, gas prices are up and drivers can blame the shutdown of 2 refineries for the pain. A line of cars waited to fill up at the cheap price of $3.62 a gallon at Kroger in Normal. But the price soon skyrocketed to $4.09, leaving many out of luck. It's a similar sight in East Peoria and Peoria. The spokeswoman for AAA Chicago, Beth Mosher, says Illinois has the second highest gas prices nationwide, with an average of $4.12 a gallon. She says the spike is happening across the Midwest as 2 major refineries, including one in Joliet, are shut down. Mosher has the advice for frustrated drivers, and that is, quote, "We hear all the time people take it out on their local gas station owner," unquote, she said. Quote, "We'd urge people to remember, particularly when prices are this high, the profit margins at gas stations are incredibly thin. They're making more off of a bag of Doritos than they're going to sell you than the gas they are selling you." Mosher also says drivers may see some relief at the end of the month when those refineries are back in service. But she says it's important to remember that is the beginning of hurricane season. And also from WEEK TV 25, the NBC affiliate in the Peoria area, they say Caterpillar has begun layoffs at its Decatur plant. That according to WEEK TV 25 in the Peoria area, in East Peoria, where you might be seeing this. The refinery, the Decatur Caterpillar layoffs have begun, according to this, at the Decatur plant for Caterpillar. Caterpillar executed the first round of massive layoffs at its Decatur plant Wednesday. The 460 layoffs were announced in April, and Wednesday morning those employees were escorted from the building. An additional 300 layoffs are scheduled to take effect next month. Caterpillar officials say employees included in the layoffs are predominantly in production, but do include some support management positions. And we'll return with more NewsView after these messages. And welcome back to NewsView. I'm Michael Badger. And according to CINewsNow.com or WEEK.com, which is also WHOI TV 19's website, a massive storm caused serious flooding and damage in Minnesota earlier in the week, and Granite Broadcasting sister station Northland's News Center in Duluth has compiled a stunning photo gallery documenting the events. And you can see that at CINewsNow.com, or just go to WEEK.com. And stay tuned for weather right here on NewsView.
Power lines have the blues cause they're feeling down.
We got the blues cause we're feeling down.
So when the lines are down, don't you hang around.
When we're down, don't hang around.
Sing it, Willie!
When lines are down, don't you hang around. When lines are down, don't you hang around. When lines are down, don't you hang around.
Compassion Now Network for All, in short, CNN for All presents breaking news in wellness and health. Hi, I'm Dr. Professor Alex Rama Zachariah, MD. Our website, cnnforall.org, or email to us, breakingnews@cnnforall.org, or write to us, Breaking News, CNN for All, P.O. Box 17494, Urbana 61802. License to smoke. Taking vitamin pills may undermine the motivation to reduce smoking. August 2011 study found that smokers who take multivitamins offset their healthy behavior by smoking more cigarettes. This is what the psychologists call the licensing effect, when people make a virtuous choice that permits them to make a poor choice later on, such as when someone earns a weekend binge by avoiding alcohol all week. In this case, smokers took vitamins, a healthy choice, which they think reduces the risk of cancer, and they smoke more. There's no evidence that multivitamins protect against cancer. Those who took a vitamin pill smoked almost twice as much as those who in the control group knew they had taken a placebo. Take home message: quit smoking. Vitamins do not protect smokers against cancer.
Now, NewsView weather for June 7th, 8th, and 9th, 2013. Friday night tonight, partly cloudy and 51 for the low. Saturday, mostly sunny and 75 with a slight chance of a thunderstorm. And Saturday night, a low of 59 degrees with a chance of thunderstorms. Sunday, 78 degrees with a 50% probability of precipitation and thunderstorms likely. Sunday night, 63 degrees with a 50% chance of thunderstorms. I'm Michael Badger with your Central Illinois weather forecast, and that's for June 6th, 7th, and 8th for Central Illinois 2013.